Three, how you doing?
Good. Hi.
What was one of your favorite things about Bicen this year?
Dina.
Well, in DC, we got to slay people with our excellent wealth of knowledge, and that was probably, the most rewarding, excellent experience.
Brett brings up a good point. It was the thrill. It was the thrill of the pop-up questioning and taking something that you might think you have no idea about and then finding out you do. So that was great.
I'm smarter now, which is good.
Yeah.
That too.
If you had to give some advice to next year's class, what would it be?
6 units, 1 team. Even though you might want to do the best as a unit and get that first place as unit 3, it comes down to everybody, and it's not the fact that you want to do your best. It's everybody has to help each other and then come out on top as one team.
Also, stand up for what you believe in, and even if you disagree with your unit mates, but also listen to your unit mates, even though they have different opinions, but always voice your opinion, but be nice, don't be like Brett.
Look at me for that. I was like the picture of something. No, I think you really need to know your information. If you don't know what you're talking about, the judges are going to pick up on that, and they're going to tear you apart for it. So you have to know, like, not only what your questions are asking, but all the background to that.
I think listening is the most important thing to do. As Ola said, it's important to listen, and if you listen, you might find that your 2 points may not be all that different, and that's the best way to reach compromise.
How did you handle Bowling firing squad?
I think I cried once. Not out of frustration from bowling, frustration from everyone, because I think the key to surviving firing squad in the class in general is having passion. And to find that not everyone gives 100%, it was frustrating, but that's the give 100%, because what you get in, what you put in, you'll get back out.
And you get through it, and even though you may not know an answer, you just keep thinking. That's why you keep reading, so that you get through it, and it does end. And I think you learn about yourself and about your teammates a lot, especially, and how much work they're putting into it. As Vina's been saying, it is a group thing. It's not just you by yourself. You need to rely on your peers as well.
It is imperative that you look at it as a learning experience, because otherwise you won't grow as a Bicen, and then your unit won't do so much improvement because you won't grow as a Bicen.
It is a learning experience, and one of the most important parts of learning is failing and choosing to fail wisely, because only then do you know where to correct yourself, where to experiment, all the things that come, all the wisdom that comes with failure.
Day of competition, nerves are high. Any advice you can give them?
Have a dance party. It helps. Don't focus 100% on the material and stress yourself out. Take a moment to be human, dance, freak out if you have to, but just enjoy your time right there.
And although Bicen does take up a lot of time, you have to remember that it's like one small thing in your life. It's not, if you do by any chance mess up, it doesn't matter in the long run, as long as you keep trying. It matters a lot, but it's not the end of the world. But so if you calm down and you think about it that way, you won't fail, because you're confident in yourself and you're not worried that you will fail.
Well, in the event that you prepared as much as we did, which I think you probably will because of your glorious coach, Ms. Boland, I think that at the point before the competition, you really just have to relax, let it go. Don't keep hammering stuff into yourself. You know it by that point. Just calm down and speak. Let it flow forth. Be glorious.
And while you're at it, just have fun. If you're in DC, the weather was beautiful on our days that we went, so enjoy the time that you're there.
I like that rain.
Minus the rain, the bus breaking down. Yeah, every time we got outside it poured on us. Any last words? Any last remarks you want to leave as a member of Bicen?
Do your work, take pictures, and just make memories. It's high school. cool, and it's your last year, so enjoy it and just have fun because learning is fun. Whether or not you think so now, you will realize that bettering yourself is a great thing and it's actually fun.
Fear is the mind killer.
Yeah.
It's you versus yourself in the battle, glory, everything like that. And don't be afraid to walk slow, because you take your time and enjoy the roses, enjoy the sweet moments.
Not when you have a competition. Walk fast. Get it?
Unit 2.
Good morning, Mrs. Bowman.
So if you could offer next year's class a bit of advice for the competition, what would it be?
Sorry. Which competition?
It's a video. It's a video.
Yeah, come on.
I'm so sorry.
Which
It's okay, these are the
competition?
outtakes.
Yeah. I'll say it for the third time. Which competition?
First, the state.
Fourth? Which competition?
States.
I would do,
They have to win states first.
I think don't get too cocky because I think it really like that's what killed us more is that we were like expecting to win and like I mean obviously we rightfully so, but like I think that's really what killed us inside and like when we actually thought we lost. So kind of be like good at what you do and show the judges through like your actual actions and don't like think ahead of time like we're gonna win. Like be like respectful of your opponents. I guess.
I would say try your best to memorize your speeches because it's like little points like that. Like we did beat Greenwich, but it was by a small number of points. And things like having your speeches memorized and being able to make more eye contact with the judges really helps. And it's good prep for nationals because they really want you to be off your note cards.
At states, the judges aren't exactly as tough as at nationals. Some of them are Spanish teachers who are just there to criticize you on the way you speak, things like that. And so in states, I think that it's important if you think something like a little bit cheesy or cliche, something like that, just making fun of me behind the camera, then use it anyway, as long as like there's a big idea behind it, and as long as you say it eloquently, because they'll really appreciate it and won't take off the points for saying, oh, that's a big cliche.
yeah, I would just say do your work. I mean, it's the best advice because if you don't do your work, you're not going to do well in the...
Not that cliche.
Well,
But
I mean, like read the Magleby, that has good information in it, especially if you need it too. Some of the chapters on federalism, where Unit 2 focuses on founders, so you'll look up quotes on founders, what they thought, and if you bring that up in competition, that would be impressive to the judges. And things like that, basing it off history and what the founders thought our country should be and what they wrote about our country in the Constitution.
Importantly, wear your college t-shirt on college t-shirt day.
And also dress up for Run to Senior Day.
There's going to be 880 calories if I drink all
Why do you have
Also
that?
match your unit
match
for
it.
competition and bring it
But-
them coffee periodically. I would say once a month at least.
And bring Miss
I
Bowen
did that
coffee
way more than
at
any of
least
you did.
twice a day.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have a car.
twice a
Let's
day.
do it. Like any more.
I don't know.
This is a typical Unit 2. The boys are
Always
distracted
look
and the girls are staying
Yeah.
focused.
Looking good. We were the best looking unit out there.
Obviously.
Style wise.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Okay, next question. Next question.
Oh, there's 2 questions?
Oh, are there more than 2?
Next question. Stop it, Kesh.
He
You obviously had this unique bond that probably none of the other units had as much as you guys. How did you guys develop that?
I think it's just because we were friends beforehand. We weren't that close of friends, but because we all had like the same sense of humor and the same sort of personality, it kind of just came together as like a really strong unit with just working together and like having to talk to each other through Bicen.
I think also the fact that we weren't close friends helped because if we were so close, then maybe it would be more likely that we could get in like fights. But like we never fought about anything, even politics, which I guess was a problem because it made us in competition. Like we never really would show the opposite viewpoint because we kind of always agreed with each other. But at the same time, like that kind of middle balance of like it's not like we were unknown to each other, but we also weren't best friends really helps. And like Jake and I have talked about this, like Miss Bowen, like you picked better than like we could have picked for ourselves because like we probably would have picked our best friends rather than like sort of friends, and like it wouldn't have worked out as well.
Each part of the units brings something different to the team. What did you bring to the team?
My good looks.
Um,
It was true. You know.
Positivity.
Yeah.
I think we were like the most positive unit. That's kind of like a grand statement because I know like there are other units that like also have positive vibes, but I think like we never got angry at each other and we always kept our heads up.
I don't know.
I like our public speaking. I thought like
No,
my public
your.
speaking. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought like I don't know. For like at the beginning of the year when Mr. Tesoro came in, I was like really awkward. But now I feel like I have a strong like voice when I say my essays and like I'm always memorized. So
I think Haley and I were like the generals of the unit, so I think if we were to look at like person to person, we kind of kept the boys in line.
For the most part, I would say I kept the unit financially sound.
$2.
Yo, I got $2.
But other than that, yeah, I just spewed a lot of bullshit, really.
yeah, that really.
That was actually true.
I need these.
But it was good because it bought us time. And
Cash?
I think I don't know. I think I brought like happiness because I'm a happy person.
Last words of advice or last words for Bicen 2015?
Win states
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta win stage. If you don't win stage, you'll just be embarrassing.
and work hard.
Don't
because,
forget
like,
it. If you don't win stage, just know I'll judge you. But
Senior year is really tough at the beginning because like it's college applications, all that. But like you got to work hard because then in the end it'll be worth the entire experience of nationals will be worth it.
Also, just like make the best of it. Like, if you don't get along with your unit, don't make it obvious.
As long as you're like, because like I feel like as a whole our class is really tight and like we're all friends. So make sure you guys like that too, and you'll be happy.
Yep.
Jake, any last apology?
Don't go to Europe.
oh, you have to say that.
Don't take pictures in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
Don't go to Las Vegas.
Well, you can take pictures, but there are other things you really shouldn't do.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That was a great lesson.
Jake?